Hello, everyone. The jets roar, the music swells, and for a moment, they look immortal. Top Gun sold the world speed, brotherhood, and invincibility. But behind the aviator sunglasses and perfect smiles, something far darker waited. Time, illness, silence, and the slow, unforgiving collapse of lives we thought would never fall. In 1986, Top Gun wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural detonation. Fighter jets cut through blue skies, young pilots burned with ambition, and the cast became frozen in the mythology of eternal youth. But while the film promised glory, real life offered no mercy. Clarence Gilliard Jr., who portrayed Sundown, entered the film quietly at just 31 years old. His performance was restrained, professional, almost invisible beside louder personalities. Born in Moses Lake, Washington, Gilliard built a career defined by discipline rather than dominance. Hollywood trusted him, but rarely elevated him. Even after recognition in Die Hard, he remained trapped in supporting roles, respected yet overlooked. Behind the scenes, Type 2 diabetes slowly reshaped his life. What began as management turned into limitation. Energy faded. Heart complications followed. Instead of disappearing, Gilliard redirected his purpose. He became a professor at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, shaping young actors while quietly fighting for his own health. In 2022, Clarence Gilliard Jr. passed away at 66, not in spotlight, but at home. His legacy wasn't excess, it was endurance. Then there was Frank Pesce, the bartender who grounded the film's swagger with reality. Born in New York City, Pesce worked relentlessly, appearing in over 80 films, yet recognition always passed him by. He stood beside legends in Beverly Hills Cop and Midnight Run, but the spotlight never lingered. Financial strain followed him for decades. Pesce survived cancer, only to face a crueler enemy, dementia. Memory abandoned him, lines vanished, faces blurred. Acting, the one constant in his life, slipped away piece by piece. His final appearance in Creed felt like a quiet goodbye. In 2022, Frank Pesce died in Burbank, California, leaving behind proof that persistence does not always guarantee reward. At the center stood Tom Cruise, the face of Maverick. At 24, he became Hollywood's definition of unstoppable. Born in Syracuse, New York, Cruise turned ambition into fuel. But fame came with relentless pressure. His public devotion to Scientology fractured relationships and invited scrutiny. Every stunt grew more dangerous, every film demanded more. Broken bones, constant stress, and an obsession with control defined his later years. Still, he refused to slow down. Top Gun Maverick transformed nostalgia into a billion-dollar triumph. By his 60s, Tom Cruise was still flying planes, risking injury, and carrying entire franchises alone. Survival became his brand, at a cost few could endure. Across from him stood Val Kilmer as Iceman, cool, precise, unshakable. Born in Los Angeles, California, Kilmer's talent was undeniable. Performances in The Doors and Tombstone cemented his brilliance, but reputation followed. He was labeled difficult. Doors quietly closed. In 2014, throat cancer changed everything. Chemotherapy and radiation destroyed his voice. Speaking became mechanical. Acting became survival. Yet Kilmer refused to vanish. His documentary, Val, revealed a man stripped of illusion. His final return in Top Gun Maverick, voice digitally assisted, shattered audiences. It wasn't performance, it was farewell. Val Kilmer died in 2025, leaving behind proof that courage sometimes whispers.
Anthony Edwards, the heart of the film as Goose, delivered warmth that made his on-screen death unforgettable. Born in Santa Barbara, California, Edwards struggled with typecasting after Top Gun. Hollywood remembered Goose, but doubted his range. Behind the scenes, deeper trauma haunted him. Childhood abuse resurfaced under pressure, feeding anxiety and withdrawal. Salvation arrived through television. As Dr. Mark Green on ER, Edwards carried emotional weight week after week. Awards followed, respect returned, but the toll was heavy. After nearly a decade, he walked away to protect himself. By 2026, Anthony Edwards lives quietly, choosing balance over visibility. Kelly McGillis learned quickly that fame offers no protection. As Charlie, she matched intelligence with confidence, standing her ground in a world built on bravado. Born in Newport Beach, California, her early acclaim in Witness promised a lasting career. Instead, Hollywood quietly withdrew as she aged. Roles vanished. Trauma deepened the loss. McGillis survived sexual assault, PTSD, and addiction, battles fought far from the screen. Rather than chase applause, she stepped away, choosing safety and survival. Later roles reflected endurance, not glamour. Teaching and recovery work replaced red carpets. Kelly McGillis didn't fade, she escaped. Authority arrived through Tom Skerritt as Viper, a presence defined by calm command rather than volume. Born in Detroit, Michigan, Skerritt built his career through persistence, not shortcuts. Even after breakthrough roles in MASH and Alien, stability never truly followed. Each success demanded another round of proof, another performance to justify his place. Hollywood never crowned him, it tested him. Relief finally came through television, where depth mattered more than box office. Picket fences gave Skerritt the space to sustain emotional authority over years, earning him an Emmy and validation decades overdue. By his 90s, he remains respected not for spectacle, but for endurance. Intensity arrived through Michael Ironside as Jester, a presence that felt less like performance and more like lived authority. Born in Toronto, Canada, Ironside became Hollywood's enforcer, the actor studios called when menace, discipline, or danger needed no explanation. His voice alone could dominate a scene, but off-screen, his body entered a war it barely survived. Cancer came not once but repeatedly: thyroid, bowel, prostate, each diagnosis carving something away. Surgery drained his strength, recovery humbled him. The physical power that defined his image faded into pain and fatigue. Yet Ironside refused erasure. Tim Robbins surfaced as Merlin, the quiet intellect in a film obsessed with speed and bravado. Born in West Covina, California, Robbins never fit neatly into Hollywood's expectations and never tried to. Success arrived early, but comfort never followed. When he spoke openly against war, power, and industry silence, doors began closing without explanation. Even after winning an Academy Award for Mystic River, momentum stalled. Meetings vanished. Projects collapsed. Fame remained, but access evaporated. Robbins faced a rare choice: silence himself to survive, or speak and accept the cost. He chose conviction, trading mainstream dominance for creative integrity and substance over permission. Authority returned in human form through James Tolkan as Stinger, a man whose stillness commanded more than shouting ever could. Born in 1931, Tolkan carried discipline forged long before Hollywood, shaped by military service cut short by heart illness and the quiet acceptance of limitation. The industry saw only one thing when they looked at him: command, principles, officers, men who enforced rules but never broke. Vulnerability was never written into his parts. Finally came Rick Rossovich as Slider, a man whose story ended not in tragedy but decision. Born in 1957, Rossovich tasted early success, standing shoulder to shoulder with rising icons. But when momentum slowed, he didn't chase it. There was no scandal forcing him out, no illness dragging him away, just clarity. Hollywood demanded constant hunger, constant availability, constant sacrifice. Rossovich declined. He stepped away on his own terms, choosing privacy over applause, peace over pursuit. In an industry that rarely allows clean exits, Rick Rossovich took one and never looked back. Share your thoughts below, like the video, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories. Thanks for watching.